Is that your finding, that the evidence shows that the people being, with allegations being thrown in their direction, the suspicions that have been raised by these people that were in attendance with Nolan Wells have been proven or found to not have been around even when he was still alive? Is your findings consistent with anything along that verbiage with what people are saying about these kids that were with him?
No, I don't know the
Mm.
answer to that. They say Nolan chose to stay behind because he met a girl he wanted to talk to named Katie. That girl has spoken through her sister, and she says Nolan told her, I'm going back with my friends. So who am I supposed to believe? I don't know for a fact that what the boys are saying is true. I don't know for a fact that what the boys are saying is false. I do know they called Ceto, S-E-A, second word T-O-W, and said that their vessel was sinking, but yet they continued boating around in it for hours after.
All right. Now, speaking of Katie has been in the center of this as well. People want to know what's going on with Katie, right? The friends are saying that the last time that they seen Nolan, he was cradling with Katie. Katie's sister took to social media to say, hey, my sister said that when she last saw Nolan, he was going to get on the boat with the boys. Now, the sister made posts on social media where it was picked up by the local news, and a bunch of Katie's Black friends decided to defend her. Now, after there was allegations and people were trying to point the finger and point this at Katie, a lot of her Black friends stepped in to say, Katie loves Black people and Black people are always at Katie's house. And they were saying that she is not capable of doing anything nefarious to Nolan because she likes Black people. Now, that is the sentiment that they carried on social media, but I'm going to show you guys the actual social media post where her friends are posting pictures and you can see Katie and a whole bunch of Black guys behind her. And you can see videos of Katie hanging out with a bunch of Black people. And all of her Black friends defended her and windmilled for her in the comment section, posting pictures of them and Katie and encounters they had and, defending her, etc. So let's go on over to social media. Let me pull up this thread, and this thread happened the day after the situation when people first started to point the finger at Katie. Now, let's go through this all together and go through and show you guys what is being said. And Katie herself also commented underneath this post. So as you can see, this was posted, and it's a public post by Mari Polk. And Mari Polk says, and another thing, I'm standing behind Katie McCormick. I understand y'all don't know her, but me and 1,000 other of us have literally slept, ate, and partied at the McCormick house. Don't forget, that's Dixie's child 100. So Katie responded under this post and she said, what's understood don't have to be said. I love y'all. Just pray for his family and his friends. I'm good. And all I can do is pray for healing over them. This is a terrible situation, all in all. So this is what Katie said under the post. Somebody said, tell us what happened. Another person says they asked clarifying questions. And then underneath the post, her friends, like I said, start stepping for her. So this person says, we all know and love Katie. Nobody, as far as my family, is blaming Katie. We all love her and her whole family. She has spent many events with our whole family in Three Rivers countless times. There are many people that do not know her and trying to paint this narrative about her. And she definitely doesn't deserve that. But that's not my family. My family has no vendetta out against her whatsoever. We love her. I think we are trying to understand what happened, peace and love. And I'm not sure if this woman is related to Nolan, but her friend under the post said, of course, I knew for sure it wasn't the family. And so I'm assuming this is somebody related to Nolan. Of course, I knew for sure it wasn't the family. I posted this so she knows we're standing behind her and to give people some insight into her character. It's the outsiders, along with a few ignorant locals, who are going to create false narratives because they don't know her from a can of paint. You know, it's all love. My heartfelt condolences to you and your family. I pray the truth comes to light and anybody involved gets nothing less than the death penalty. And then she says, it's love. And then another person says, the outsiders can see the play. Were you there? What do you know? Hopefully you've talked to the police since you're on Facebook defending folks. And then another person says, I don't see your name on the GoFundMe. This isn't the support the family needs. Good day, outsiders. So that is what they said to that person. Now, this person right here shared this photo of Katie. All right. So they said, listen, y'all are not about to make Katie out to be somebody who would do something to this kid. Look at all of these Black people that Katie be having in the house. That is what I interpret they're trying to, get us to understand by posting this. So, as you guys know, there was allegations that somebody in Katie's family probably was mad that she was talking to a Black boy, and maybe her father or brother, uncle, or somebody did something to Nolan because she's white and he was talking to her. Well, the friends are basically showing like, look, we're in her house. Look at all of these Black people that are in Katie's house. Look at us and look at Katie. Like, we're chilling and they accept us in their home. That's what I interpret the reason for this to be. But this is what was posted. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit. And it says somebody in the background standing on the table. And then this person says, us at Katie house, straight Black kids. She never been that type. She never been that type that they think she is. All right. So then there was more pictures at Katie's. So this person right here also posted a bunch of Black kids in Katie's house in the comments so that they can defend Katie and, let people know that she is not who people are trying to make her out to be. And she is somebody who is around a lot of Black people, and they do not believe that she did anything nefarious, according to what I see posted. Now, somebody said, somebody in the comments says, never has she left a soul out. Another person says, and what does this mean? She could be innocent, and this picture means what? Somebody said, it's given my mailman is Black. Another person says, you're next. And then this person says, and Katie has also been to Three Rivers and ate and partied with our family too. That don't mean she ain't got a hand in it. She at least knew what happened and said she didn't. So this person says, listen, I've been around Katie too, and I'm not just going to exonerate her because I've been around her. This person says, y'all too grown to be this ignorant. And then another person says, well, both can be true. Justice for this young man. And then that part. So another person says, from McGee, Mississippi here, I know I don't know any of you, but I just want to say this is so beautiful to see this beautiful love of a community. This is the Mississippi I know. I come from a home where we didn't see color, but only seen love. And I remember my best friend staying at my house and me at hers. And this makes me happy to see the younger folks not divided. And thing is, my grandparents were the ones who taught me to just love people. And I see y'all doing that. Thank you for sharing this with us. I pray Nolan's family finds peace, and the divided country needs to see how these youngsters here show us what love looks like. My heart feels a little happy seeing this, and I needed this because I hate division and I love love. This is Katie's sister, Gracie McCormick, right here. She says, thank you. You know we love you big. So Gracie McCormick is the one right here, and she's the person who is speaking out on her sister's behalf. She's the one who made a statement saying that her sister had nothing to do with it. Her sister assumed that he got back on the boat, etc. And so that's Gracie, her sister, that all of the news publications picked up what she said. All right. So in addition to that, other people who know her also made comments as well. Another person says, she comes from good people. Her and her whole family are the sweetest people, praying for the family and all those that loved him, and so on and so forth. So another person who is Black posted a photo of them and Katie as well. They posted these pictures, and it says, Katie forever straight this way. We know the real, I promise. So there were several of her Black friends who were coming to her defense under this comment section, sharing photos that they had with her to prove that she didn't have any ill feelings about Black people and that they are here to step for her regardless. Another person says, sadly, they're going with the narrative that he was last seen with her, and them boys probably will too. I just hope they find the truth. So this person right here shared videos in the comments as well. All right, so this is them turning up, I guess, with Katie. All right, so I think Katie was to the left, and they're sharing a video with Katie. Another person says, she has the best heart along with her family. I pray they find out the truth. All right. And then another Black guy says, she definitely good people. Another person says, okay, we get it. She's sweet. Her family cool, blah, blah. The question is she going to speak up and tell the truth about what happened? And people wanted to know, like, all right, well, it's cool and all that y'all got pictures and all, but are y'all going to let us know the facts or what's tea? All right. So I just wanted to share some of those posts with you guys because a lot of her Black friends defended her. They said, listen, you guys got the wrong one, and we step in for her regardless. So my question to you guys is, do you feel like the fact that she has had all of these photos and encounters with Black people, that she is innocent and that exonerates her in any wrongdoing as it pertains to Nolan Wells? Do you feel like the friends or the so-called friends of Nolan are just simply lying on her? Now, again, if you guys don't remember what her sister had to say, let me pull up the article in which the sister spoke out, and she said that her sister assumed that he got on the boat with his friends. Let me pull that up and we'll read through it. So this is the article that was posted, and it says, and this was posted by the New York Post. It says, the mystery girl Nolan Wells had reportedly stayed behind to chat with on Horn Island before he vanished has been identified. But the revelation and new conflicting accounts have only led more questions about his death. Wells, 18, had boated to the island located 10 miles of Mississippi Gulf Coast with a group of close friends on July 4th. His pals left without him, reportedly because the college football star stayed to talk to a girl. revealed to be Katie McCormick, who's 19, according to the Daily Mail. But McCormick's sister provided a different account of what happened during the fateful trip than what the Wells friends have provided. The tragic teen had spent 5 hours celebrating on the 4th of July with hundreds of other college students on Horn Island when late in the afternoon, his friends started to panic as their boat was taking on water and had to rush back to land. According to his friends, Wells told them to make the trip back to the mainland without him as he was engrossed in conversation with McCormick, the outlet reported. Ashley Cole's mother, the mother of Wells' best friend Warren Hudson, who was on the island at the time, released a statement on July 7th saying that the group of friends returned to the mainland after their boat had problems with the bilge pump, but Wells stayed back. However, McCormick's 23-year-old sister Gracie disputes the claims that Wells remained on the island to talk to her. According to Gracie, Katie thought Wells would have boated back to the mainland with his friends. Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came on, Gracie told the Daily Mail. Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him, she added. McCormick, who hails from a few towns east of Ocean Springs where Wells lived, was on the island with a different group of friends and was eventually taken home by her brother and his fiancée, Eva Criddle. She was quoted to have said, "We have given all the answers we can give to his mom and authorities," the sister added. There has been no suggestion of wrongdoing on McCormick's part. Although McCormick has not spoken publicly since Wells disappeared and was later found dead, she replied to a social media post defending her, the publication reported, and she said, "What's understood don't have to be said. I love y'all. Just pray for his family and friends," McCormick wrote. Another quote that they said that was quoted to have been said, "I'm good and all I can do is pray for healing over them. This is a terrible situation all in all." However, the conflicting accounts between people who were on the island interacting with Wells have sparked concern for the grieving family who hired top civil rights lawyer Ben Crump to investigate. She's saying he went and got on the boat. They're saying he didn't get on the boat. So which is it? Crump previously told reporters. So these are the things that Katie's sister said to basically refute what the boys are saying. And I want to know what you guys think about it. What do you think about all of the things that have been coming out about this? Do you feel the medical examiner is going to do a thorough investigation? And do you think the findings will be accurate as to what is found in his system? And do you think that the sheriff's office is truly investigating this matter? Or do you think because Warren's stepmother is a judge that she's a powerful person that we have to assume is behind the scene pulling strings? Now, as you know, Warren's so-called best friend threatened Ben Crump and his mother and family and made a statement to Batum Tatum saying that they don't know who they're messing with. He sent out a strong threat and let them know that they better think about what it is that they're doing.
Yeah, we might not be best friends with everybody, but I promise if you're talking about Ocean Springs as a whole, Ocean Springs is going to have Ocean Springs back 110%. We back each other. Everybody I've seen, we back each other. And for them to push this narrative and really push it just shows me is like you have no idea who you're dealing with or who you're messing with. And I think he's taking the grieving parents and manipulating and turning this and making it sound all bad, because nothing's like that at all. No.
Have you gotten death threats?
All right. So he sent out that strong message to Benjamin Crump and threatened him for the work that he's doing for the family, to let him know that they have no idea who they're messing with, and that Ocean Springs has Oceanside back and they back each other up. Now, I want to know, what does that mean? Does that mean that the judge can pull strings so that their sons can get backed up? Does that mean that there will be a cover up and that things will be pushed under the rug so that the friends can have cover? Or like, what does that mean? Does that mean that something egregious is going to happen to the family? Now, we all know that the mother of Nolan Wells reported that somebody sent her a disgusting image in an envelope where it had arrows to her with dollar signs around it. So it's like, what exactly does this threat mean? We know where you live. We can get you dealt with. You better be quiet or else. Or does this mean, like, what is he saying? That they have no idea who they're messing with? What does he mean by that?